What is up, sons? It's Blind Run with Son of a Tech. Once again, Son of a Tech's the YouTube channel. Blind Run's my gamer tag. It's all confusing. I understand it. Don't worry about it. I've been getting back into Magic the Gathering Arena. I did play a lot last season. Just started playing again this season, so I'm a little bit late. I haven't played any Throne of Eldraine except for a little bit of the constructed stuff, finding some cards, playing with some of the meta decks. To learn it better, I'm going to draft it, so I wanted to invite you guys along to join the drafting experience, both on Twitch if you're here live, as well as on YouTube later on. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave it a like and that sort of thing. Disclaimer, I have not played with these cards enough to really even know what's good. So the advantage to that is you're going to see somebody that has Magic the Gathering experience and quite a bit of drafting experience, but no experience with this block or set, and what my thoughts are on the cards. You can wince in pain as I make bad choices and let me know what they are, either in chat here on Twitch or, of course, in the comment section on YouTube. But I think that should also help me learn some more, as well as help you guys learn as well, because then we'll see how it plays out. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, Throne of Eldraine, we're just going to draft it up. I got to pay the real monies. It looks like I'm 1,000 short on the coins, so that's okay. So here's pack one. Of course, this isn't a great drafting experience because you are drafting against bots. It does look like here's the new lands. These new lands are interesting. They enter into the battlefield tapped unless you have 3 or more other islands or plains or whatever. I did see these last time I was playing, and I find them super duper interesting. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. 18 months in a row, Mr. YouTube Watcher. You rock. What this set seems to do, as far as from the limited perspective, as far as I can tell, is try to push you into single color, which is not a bad thing for drafting. That can actually be pretty good. As far as archetypes, the 2 archetypes I'm very aware of so far is Fairy and Knights. I did Knights on the only other draft I've done, and we went 3-3. Other archetypes I'm not fully aware of yet, and removal seems to be super duper duper low. What's up, Pete Dog? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. So since removal is really low, almost looking for any removal to me, from my limited experience, seems to be the most important thing to do, which usually is. There is a Reeve Soul here. It is a conditional removal. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. We got Reaper of Night, which I don't know would... I haven't touched it at all. Black did seem to be pretty strong when I was looking at some of the cards, but all of these in the pack right now are pretty expensive. We do have 1 Fairy. Do we have any Knights laying around? No Knights. So this Fairy's nice. It's 3, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. That's pretty good. We have a 1/5 turtle, which actually I found in the only other draft I've done to be super strong because a 1/5 blocker was pretty rough. What's up, Keith? How's it going? How long before you get bored with Dauntless? I have not played the new Dauntless, dude, so I don't know. And I say that because I played all through the alpha and through the beta, right? And then I stopped. From what I understand, there's a lot more going on with Dauntless now, so I don't know. I think if you want to play my favorite kind of monster game right now that has RPG elements and that sort of thing is Remnant from the Ashes. If you haven't played Remnant from the Ashes yet, I would highly recommend it. That's probably my favorite game that's come out this year, period. And it's a very small title, so supporting the developers and picking that up would be super awesome of you. And it's so good, I really want to actually just stream it more as opposed to like a Destiny or something, just to get the word out. And now that my Destiny characters are all 950, I quit streaming last night at like 1 a.m. and then I played till 3 a.m. finishing off the Titan. So my Titan, Hunter, and my Warlock are all 950. So they're all capped. And my artifact is like 65. So my total power score or power level is like 961 or some shit. So I was thinking about doing that because it is one that I really wish people would look at more. We do have a lot of strong blue. We have a counter here. The rare is a what? Players have no maximum hand size. This isn't going to be good in limited. If we were rare drafting, I guess we could pick it up. In limited, it's just not going to be that good. Outflank deals damage to a target attacking or blocking creature to equal to number of creatures you control. That's even more conditional than the Reeve Soul. So if we were going to go bomb and then removal, I would go Reeve Soul. I don't know that I want to do that. I kind of want to construct stuff with some of the new blues, especially since we have a land here, and this might wheel. And which one does this do? So it enters untapped, obviously, and you may put a target insert sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. So there's some good card draw. In the Tome Raider, there's a good blocker on the ground. Blue's really kind of the strongest in this pack. Mystic Sanctuary, obviously. Sage of the Fallen, what does this do? When Sage of the Falls or another non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. That is actually pretty good in draft. And it's a 2/5 ground blocker, which is really strong as well. And getting that extra card draw when you start kind of getting towards the end of the game is going to be super helpful. The Tome Raider is probably the best pick, though, because it's just an unconditional 1/1 draw card. That's the one I'm leaning towards. Funny enough. It's not the most powerful looking card. It's the one I'm leaning towards. Sage of the Falls is really not that bad, though. Any non-human creature, which we wouldn't be running any human creatures if we were running blue. Just wouldn't happen. So this would pretty much be like anytime you play a card in limited, you're going to get to draw and discard, which you can just start dumping lands at that point. Which if you go mono is super fantastic as well. I'm going to grab that. And then we get no blue in this pack, so that's great. Let's see what we got going on. Hey, E-Ninja, welcome to the stream. So, Mysterious Pathlighter, flying. Each creature you control has an adventure. Enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. So, if it has an adventure on it. And so, the adventures are... Here we go. Here's one. So, they're split cards, essentially. Sort of. What happens with an adventure card, for anybody that hasn't played the set yet, which I know I'm a little late, so most of you all probably have, is you can play the adventure side, and then the card goes into exile, but you can play the creature from exile. So on Toonvale Treefolk here, the adventure side, the sorcery is sorcery speed, and you can put 2 1/1 counters. There are instant speeds as well. You can put 2 1/1 counters on a target creature for 4. Then it goes into exile. Then next turn, if I have 6 mana, I can play it from exile and play a 6/5 creature. There's much stronger ones, but that is just an example. It's pretty easy pick, though, here, because there's Bake into a Pile, which is 4 for hard removal. Like I was saying earlier, removal is just not that common in this set. And so this is the easy pick for me. Not only does it destroy a creature, just straight up, like there's no condition. Like I was talking about the difference between like conditions on the previous packs removals. A non-conditional removal in limited is very strong. Not only do you get that, but you get to create a food. Food's another new thing in this set. What food is basically it'll create a token artifact. At that point, you can pay 2, sacrifice it, and gain 3 life. It's pretty strong to just have extra foods laying around, especially if you can start playing off the artifacts, right? So that's kind of what you're looking to do. With food, and there are some cards that'll enable it, and if I find one, I'll let you know. There's basically an Act of Treason, just for creatures under 3. And then we have an Enchanted Carriage, enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 mice, and then crew 2. It's a pretty strong card. But so Enchanted Carriage would probably be my second pick. And then Mysterious Pathfinder can be good, but I haven't found. I don't know if it would work great unless you're really positive. Here's the other removal. It's a conditional removal. We talked about it in the last pack, so you can rewind the video or rewatch it later. If you're watching live on Twitch, I'll upload it to YouTube. But I'm gonna grab bacon to a pile. What are you up to, Vort? Good to see you back in chat. Are you feeling better today than you did yesterday? All right, so we're kind of just open to whatever we want to pick still, which is good. There's another Reeve's Soul, conditional removal. We got a giant skewer. Let's see what we got up here. Glass Casket enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until Glass Casket leaves the battlefield. So we converted mana cost 3 or less. So really, if you were running white, this is fine. But if you're like comparing between this and this, they're both power 3 or less, but this just gets rid of the creature. Now, if there's a reason you need to exile it over destroy it, like they're bringing creatures back or something, there might be an argument for Glass Casket over it. But that's conditional, and we're in best of 1 draft, so the pick would be Reeve's Soul. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, that creature's controller loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. This is absolutely broken in Limited because everybody's main win condition is creatures. And so if every time they're swinging at you and they have a whole bunch of piddly 1/1s on the board, it's a loss for them. It's just an easy pick here, especially with the bacon to a pile. And it'd almost be like we were going mono black. That's just crazy. Yeah, like mono black control, if we can make it work. This one's really good too because every time the creature deals combat damage, you get to create a food token, which is just awesome. But Revenge of the Ravens is a pretty easy pick here for me. So we have 1 adventure card, 2 adventure cards. There is a Human Knight, blue. If at least 3 blue mana was spent, it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. It can be super decent as a flyer. I don't know if it's the strongest in what we're doing right now. The 1/3 toughness here is tempting, and staying in black is. I'm starting to feel like we're kind of wheeling towards that. Of course, we should just pick the best card because we're not even 5 picks in yet. Vanilla 3/2, meh. Shining Armor, +0/+2, and has Vigilance, kind of meh. 2 for a 2/1 first striker is pretty good. And then 2 for a 2/1 adventure card with a lifelinker is pretty good too, because you gain X life and each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of knights you control. Of course, that would be conditional on us building into the knight archetype, which isn't necessarily impossible, and still having a 2/1 lifelinker for 2 on a 2-drop is pretty good. Tempting Witch, if we were going into food, like creating food, would be super awesome as well. Head still fucked? Well, take it easy, dude. Writing an article about playing modern games on 1280 by 1024 monitor. That sounds fun, dude. Just using the Ryzen 5 3400G. I like that idea. I will definitely have to read that one, dude. Anybody watching that article, that's Keith, or watching the video later, interested in that article, that's Keith from WCCF Tech, so you can go try to check out his articles over there on that website. Okay. I think at this point it will be... I'm debating between these two, really. I think the 2-drop is the safest. However, the Tempting Witch with like bacon to a pile and like if we were going control, if we were trying to build out control, the Tempting Witch seems more fun. We'd have to get a lot of food tokens, though. Shoot. This is only our second time trying this. Let's go ahead and try to build into it and see what happens. That was probably a terrible play. I should have picked the 2-1 lifelinker. 4 for a 3-2 with Menace. For any of you that are not familiar, Menace, it means that a creature with it can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. It's super strong and limited to have Menace on anything. I like it a lot. There's a Knight. Boros Knight. Boros doesn't seem that strong to me in this set, at least yet. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's the Paladin. A lot of these Knights, huh? It is a 2-3 double striker for 4, which is pretty good. So this is Foreboding Fruit. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. If at least 3 black mana were spent to cast a spell, create a food token, which would fit into our food token deck, but it's not a creature, and we only have 1, 2 creatures. There is the Scry 2 on Lost Legion, 3 for a 2-3. It's not fantastic, but I think it would get us by with what we're trying to do. And creatures are seeming to be a little hard to get my hands on. Eye Collector, when it deals combat damage to a player, each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Ooh. So this one's really... Is it this one? Yeah. So this one's super strong and limited. Keep your eyes out for the Merfolk Secret Keeper. Target player puts top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. And it only costs you 1. And so when you're talking about playing in limited, where it's a format where people are typically running 40 cards, you can mill them out, and if the game's drawing out, it's not just a mill card, but it's a really good mill card, because you can also then just pay. Basically, in 1 turn, you can get rid of 4 of their cards and then drop it. It's a Wall of Lost Thoughts, just in adventure mode. It's really good and limited. Eye Collector is another mill card, and it's within our colors. If these wheel, I don't mind throwing in a couple and splashing blue. I really don't. Techie Rod, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? So for now, though, I'm just going to grab the Eye Collector. The Cauldron Familiar I like, because you can sacrifice a food and return it in it, so it fits into our food theme if we can force the food theme. It's taking us a little time, though. This is just a Duress. Not super strong. It's a weaker Duress, essentially. Forever Young's pretty damn good. It's 2 in at least in this format, right? So it costs you 2 mana. You take any number of target creature cards from your graveyard and put them on top of your library. Now, and then you get to draw a card. I believe the way that's worded, though, and we need to test it out because I haven't played with this card, is it's any number of target creature cards. I don't know if that means... so if you have multiple copies of a creature, then they go on top of your library. Or if that means you get to pick as many as you want. So I don't know. Either way, it's still worth it because you get a card draw. And we definitely have no card draw currently. Other than Sage of the Falls, which is probably not getting played at this point. And the Cauldron Familiar is fine, but it's not that great. So we're back to our original pack, which was the strong blue pack. We really don't have any. This is the only removal. We're probably going to say absolutely no on that. Mystical Dispute for a counter, or we get the turtle here. I think we go with the turtle. I mean, if we do splash blue and our... So if we do splash blue and we go into a mill deck, which is possible, the turtle's going to be a good blocker on the ground. But we're probably not going to play it. Like, right now, we're definitely looking at maybe going mono blue. I think Blood Haze goes. Yeah, get rid of any creatures. Of course, we're drafting against bots, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, okay, cool. There's the Giant Skewer. And Lash of Thorns is not a bad late pickup at all. Okay. So there's the rare. It's Escape the Wilds, costs 5. 3, a mountain, and a forest. Exile top 5 cards of your library. You may play cards exiled this way until the end of your next turn. You may play an additional land this turn. That's like makes sense because Evolving Wilds, blah blah blah. I don't even know if that would be good in limited at all. There's Plains is going to be the land. And then if we are looking at the rest of this, let's see. I haven't seen this Arcanist Owl. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or enchantment card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. 4 for a 3/3 flyer. That's super efficient and way out of our colors. Malevolent Noble is 2 for a 2/2. Sacrifice an artifact or another creature and put a 1/1 counter on the Noble. This could actually work okay with like the foods. And it's a good 2-drop. Or our option is to go into mill. Whenever one or more non-human creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, draw a card. I mean, and we don't have a lot of adventures. We have like 1 adventure. We have 0 adventures. That's funny. Okay, so we've been definitely going food. I think we're in the food archetype. I'm just going to grab the Noble. So we have a 2-drop. Okay, 2 for a 2/2 flyer with an adventure that says return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's a pretty easy pick. The only other one I see here obviously is the Tempting Witch, which is something we do want to grab, but Order of Midnight's going to help us fill out that 2-drop creature stuff that we're missing. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. That's an okay removal spell. Not great, though. How many removal spells do we have? We effectively have 1, right? Bake into a pile. I think we technically had 2. But we are pretty weak on creatures. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not as weak on creatures as I thought. Alright, whenever Wicked Guardian enters the battlefield, you may have it deal 2 damage to another creature you control. If you do, draw a card. And so then we got Lost Legion and the Tempting Witch, which are pretty low drops, and we could get a card draw off of it. That's the shitty duress. What's this? 4 for a 4/2 with haste. When you gain life for the first time each turn, return it from your grave. Fuck yeah, dude. So if we drop like this right off and we swing with it, right? Let's say it eventually dies. But then we have like, where was it? Revenge of the Ravens out. That thing just keeps coming back to our hand. That's sick. Alright, a sorcery. If at least 3 black mana was played, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. You may choose a creature card in your graveyard. If you do, return it to the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Jesus. Jesus. And that costs 5. We don't really have any big creatures, though. That's kind of the problem. I mean, unless we can, like, sneak into green, sorta. Which, I mean, isn't impossible. We could sneak into green. I'm going to do it. That just sounds fun. That just sounds fun. Sneaking into green with that is definitely not what I want to do. Let's, No, this is really good. We'll get the scry. No, no more scry. There's the Witch's Cottage. You may put a target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Hell yeah. Target player draws 2 cards, you lose 2 and loses 2 life. If at least 3 black, create a food token. Let me go another giant skewer. That's the one that just, yeah, that creates the shit. So if I knew this was like best of 3, I would probably grab the fell pheasant. But I'm just going to take the spider and throw it in the sideboard. I think at this point another tempting witch would be nice. Grab another Forever Young. I don't know if we're going to run them. Probably not. Grab the green land in case that's what we splash. Fuck. When you get to pack 3 and you haven't seen anything black in the rare slot. Okay. So, this is Ayara, first of the Lochwain. What? I can't. Am I spelling that right? Right? Saying that right? I don't know. Whenever she or another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sacrifice another black creature, draw 1 card. Jesus Christ. That's nice. Jesus Christ, that's nice. Alright, I have too many good 4-drops. I don't need any 4-drops. Here's a green creature. Can't be blocked by creatures with 2 or less. Four for 5. We're not going to be splashing 3 green though, so we wouldn't get the adamant option. So that's not really going to help us. This is interesting. So this may be stronger. How many 2 creature drops do we have? 1, 2. We only have 2. We have a lot of 3. So if I'm reading that right, creatures you control have haste until end of turn. So you tap it and you get haste on pretty much anything you're playing that turn. So like you get a Deathless Knight already has haste. But I mean, you get a Wicked Guardian, nothing's on the board. You've just been sitting there with a drawbridge and you're like, and you do the 2 damage to it. So that's a pretty good combo. Wicked Guardian with drawbridge is pretty good. Here's in our colors. Whenever it attacks or blocks, create a food token. Farmer Babe, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Whenever Savvy Hunter attacks or blocks, create a food token. Sacrifice 2 foods, draw a card. 3 for a 3/3. We would be splashing it a little bit, but I think that is a good splash. I just like that combo. Like here and here. Deal 2 damage to it. Draw a card. Swing for 4. Like, that's pretty dope. This is a stronger card, though. Oh, we got another bacon to a pile. Nice. It's going to be 2 hard removals. Was at a Christmas market today. I'm checking the date. Yeah, Christmas market shouldn't be happening. I'm good. How are you? Bacon to a pile is the easy pick here. What else do we got on the next one? So we have Tempting Witch is what I probably want. We're not going to have 3 and more. I mean, I guess we'll put 3 in, right? But Tempting Witch is another. We already have 2. And I don't even know if we're going to run them anymore. I think it might be wise to just grab the Gingerbread Cabin. But did they skip Thanksgiving? That's the thing. I don't understand why Christmas would start now when we have another holiday in between. Doesn't make any sense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Memory Theft, I'm not interested in. Golden Egg's probably what I want. With a little mana fixing early on so we can run less and still run the Savvy Hunter here. I think that's the right play. Sideboard that removal. I don't think we'll need it since we have 2 bacon to a pile. So this is interesting. We could grab the Witch's Cottage, which is probably the smart move. Or a big-ass finisher, which we don't have a big-ass finisher, and Reaper of the Night would be fine. Because you can make them discard 2 cards, and then whenever it attacks, if they have 2 or few cards in hand, which happens a lot in Limited, he gains flying, so he becomes a 4/5 flyer. Does cost 7, but I mean at this point we're gonna need a finisher like that, and we don't really have one. There's our 2 Eye Collectors, our 2 1-drops. It's really whatever at this point. Another Gingerbread Cabin. I think we'll... Oh, or another Eye Collector. Let's take a look at this real quick. So we don't really have a ton. I think, what goes into sideboard for sure? What are we trying to... That goes into sideboard. So how, I mean, that's creating food. That's creating food. These are not. Oh, yeah, first draft, and I haven't even done tier lists or anything like that. I like to do a few blind ones while I'm learning. So at this point, what do we got? Not enough 2-drops, that's for sure. I think the eye collector is fine. Because it builds into that. Dean's player, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Oh, there's that crashing drawbridge. I wanted that. Glad it wheeled. Okay. So if we take a look at this, we just got it says we need to cut 2 cards. And we have 16 creatures and 9 non-creatures. So we can cut 2 non-creatures. Giant Skewer gets us food. Golden Egg doesn't get us food, but it does get us a card draw. I'm kind of up in the air about that. The Crashing Drawbridge I want to use for the combo with the Wicked Guardian, which I should have picked up some more Wicked Guardians if I really wanted that to be happening. That returns something from the graveyard. Let me think about this. Revenge of the Ravens is just good. No, egg doesn't get you food. It basically is a food. So when the golden egg enters the battlefield, you draw a card. It basically is a food. Yeah, egg is food, essentially. Pay 1, you can add 1 mana of any color, or you get the food token portion, which is 2 for the gain 3 life or whatever. So it's food or mana fix, yeah. Farmer Big got it there. So I think I just want to ditch the Forever Young. But it's so strong. It's so strong. That's the thing, is like, if you're running eye collectors, right, and you're popping that off right off the bat, and you swing, and then on turn 2, you like fucking bend a noble or something, and you need to get that back, or like you bend a play 3, you really do need that turn 2 Forever Young. You just do. So the cuts are hard right now. I'm not cutting anything in the 2-drop slot, I don't think. If anything, it would be the drawbridge, but taking a look at this, I definitely want to just drop 2 non-creature cards. Bacon to a Pile stays. Revenge of the Ravens is too good. That stays. So I collect. We don't need 3. That's fair enough. But the eye collectors aren't going to be trash if what you're doing is running Forever Young. So we have 2 that pull back. We have more than 2. So we have 1, 2. Where was it? We have 1, 2, 3 that pull back. So maybe you're fair enough on that. We definitely didn't need 3. How much mana is in here? 1, 2, 12, 17. I definitely only want 4 forest. 16, 17. I don't know if we need 2 Lost Legions, but we probably need to cut something from the 4 slot. Yeah, a lot of people are. You are correct. I've seen it, and I haven't even gotten into this too much yet. The problem is then we decrease creatures too, so really if we're going to do that, I don't even know. We need to put another gingerbread cabin in. So it'll be like... Do these count as forests? Okay, cool. So we have a pretty good chance there then. Okay. We have a decent chance at proccing that for a food token, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much. It's not too big of a deal. Two forest maybe? Yeah, we only have the Savvy Hunter. What would that be? So out of 40 cards, it's like a 5 would be a 17% chance or something like that. I'd have to actually do the math because I'm bad at math. So it would depend, Deems. So obviously I dropped down. I cut 2 forests, right? Yeah, 2 forests. If this was, say, our bomb, right? Like if it was the 7 drop, then I'd agree with you. But having this be able to be played on turn 3 would mean that we would want a greater than, what is that? So on turn 3 we would want to have a greater than 25% chance, is that right? To draw 1 on our opening hand. I mean, or that's the cut, but then my problem is right now we're going to run out of we're running too low on creatures too. I think I get rid of one of the giant skewers. I don't think it's necessary. I think we drop 1. And go there. Yeah, and that's a fair point too. And that's why maybe because so where our 3 drops are, what I was saying is maybe we do cut it. It's fair enough to say you just cut the Savvy Hunter. I do have the gingerbread cabins, which are probably not needed. Because we're much more into mono black. So we can see what that looks like, right? So if we did that, add that back in. It's 14 creatures, 9 non-creatures. And we would have... I mean, the only other way we can fix that is doing that. Right. Which becomes a much more consistent deck. And then we have 3 options to pull things from our graveyard and pop them back in. I mean, it's even possible that on turn 5 we bin a Reaper. And then just pull it back with the gift and it becomes a 5/6 or whatnot. 2 removals. What is that? 16 mana, but we're mono. So that's fine. Nine non-creatures. Or we... No, because the problem is we're just short on creatures. I didn't draft enough creatures, but I think that would be the best. It's best of 1, I think, is the way they set it up, right, for the ranked or whatnot. Close it and reopen it. 16 mana, 15 creatures, 9 non-creatures. Binning, pulling back with Forever Young, and then just trying to be... I mean, it is a pretty low-end deck. I don't think I went heavy enough into the into the food archetype. The Festive Funeral becomes worth it now. Since we're both binning and we need to get damage through. The Festive Funeral definitely becomes relevant because we're gonna have a lot of shit in our graveyard. Food. What are we doing with food? Okay, we're using the Tempting Witch to make them lose 3 life with the food. That's what we're doing with the food. So the Giant Skewer is relevant. So the question would really be, do we just drop an Eye Collector and grab a... But then that kills us on creatures, right? 15-9. Yeah, I gotta leave it like this. Yeah, I haven't played in a while, so I think we're like... This is the first time since the set. I played a little... Was it Friday, I think? Okay. That's not a bad hand. I mean, Eye Collector turn 1 into Drawbridge turn 2, which allows us to haste everything else out. And then we got Revenge of the Ravens and Bake into a Pile in hand. I like it. Hello. Hello. Blorks. So this gets extra interesting. That's a good bin, baby. Can you imagine if that would have been what he drops this turn? It would have been a lot less fun. I'm happy with that bin. Alright, so turn 3. We could drop the Tempting Witch, which stops damage coming through, right? Or we can equip this and just start making food right now. We start making food right now. Oh, that's right. I should have probably dropped the witch then, huh? To prevent the damage. I don't know. 3 damage on turn 3 is pretty good. I think we're okay. My assumption that the card didn't require somebody blocking was false, but the play is gonna be okay. So really, what we can do is. Main decking or return? I guess that makes sense in this format. So what does this do? When he attacks, another attacking creature gets +X/+X, where it's his power. Yeah, so I think we just get rid of that now. Bend a beanstalk. Yummy pie. Well, and the great thing is we basically have six damage on the board. And a Revenge of the Ravens. Now we can start milling. Or not milling, we can start sacrificing the food. I'm not gonna block. I'm not gonna block. Excuse my cough. Can't bait a baiter. Well, what is it? You can't bait a masturbator. Bad old magic joke. So he has 6 life on the board. Yeah, because of Ravens. So if we can get any of our bring back from the grave cards, Ira comes in, which would be pretty good. Oh, you're right. I should have You're right. You are totally correct. I effed that up. I should have cast it after he. Yep. Because it would have gone onto the stack and he would have lost to 3 life. Nope, you are right. I need to practice magic more. Oh, I can't attack now. I should have swung. Oh my god. I can't attack if I want to keep my card. Let's try that again next time. Again. We're going to lose from misplays. Jesus. It does feel bad. So I should have swung first, then pulled it back in. Yeah, I think we just lost from misplays because what can we do here? Yeah, if he wouldn't have done that. Rah. I almost don't want to use her. Okay, so he's digging, and then exile it, create a 1/1 human creature. Digging's good for us, right? There's the trick, by the way. Yep. So now he can create a food token. If he does, I'll just take 6 to the face. Yeah, the bridge makes haste. So we just don't block, essentially. He just lost. Right? Oh, okay. There we go. I was like, he swung with 4. He just lost, didn't he? Yeah, I think. Shouldn't they have cast it? They should have sacked it when when Ravens went onto the stack, right? So in that game, what they should have done is essentially, as soon as that Ravens went onto the stack, that he should have sacked it, and then I wouldn't have been able to kill him essentially. But he let that resolve, and then and then he. I mean, next turn we were just going to give the 4/5 haste, so I guess we had that as well. Yes, we sure did, Farmer. All right. Eye collectors Eye collectors for the win. We have a Reaper of the Night in opening hand, which is not exactly something I want to see, but we do have a turn 1 and a turn 3 play. A turn 4 play. There's our drawbridge. Oh, geez, the trolls haven't found your article yet. Did you post it, Keith? So we can give our Lost Legion haste next turn. Oh, no! Damn you! We have 4 mana, so give me the Tempting Witch and throw Cauldron's Gift at the bottom. What was that, a Raven's turn next turn? And then I fucked up. Why do I keep doing that? I need to remember that, like, I don't want to scry or anything with Eye Collector on board. Hey, I have that card too. Do we just take the 2 to the face? Or do we double block? We double block. You think that's going to happen a lot? Probably. You're probably not wrong. Ah, he got his Order of the Midnight in. I have one too. But I'd rather make you discard 2 cards. That's the one that can't block, right? Yeah. All of them get haste. Well, fuck me. I think the play we want is the giant skewer and the Order of the Midnight. I think. And I think we don't even return a creature card. Well, yeah, we do. So we do this. We grab the Guardian so we can do that combo next turn. And then we grab this and just throw it out. We probably just gave him a good card. So next turn we can basically do the Guardian where we do the 2 damage to the drawbridge. And draw a card. There's a Forever Young too. Which actually may change things, but I think it's still the Guardian play. So he's going to swing for 6 every turn. We could swing for 5. Yeah. Tap it. No. I fucked up. Oh, well, we can block with it. Which I think is better anyways. Just get rid of this little menace fucker. So we can swing for 3 in the air. By equipping that for 3. But then we can't, that doesn't use all of our mana. Or we can drop a golden egg, see if we get mana. Or we can return a card to our hand. There's no 2 drops, so I think we see if we get a land. Nice. Then we equip. Hell yeah. Flyer can't block. Okay, so he does 5, right? And then we win, I think. Oh, no, because he has the flyer for the block. Shit. So how do we do this? if we swing first, we create the food. He still doesn't know that we have that food. If he doesn't block, we win. So if he blocks, we get the food. We cast the witch. We cast the eye collector. And we end the turn. Collector in order. Well, what I was thinking, well, it doesn't really matter. If he didn't block, we had the kill condition, essentially, is what I was thinking. I was looking to see if I had any more fun tricks to play. So at least this deck, I guess, kind of works in low level ranks. I mean, the combo works, right? Those mill decks, I don't know what I'll do yet, but it's kind of a weird hand, but I guess we'll roll with it. Yeah, because you get people coming back and... they haven't played in a while or something. Beloved Princess. I don't even know what cards Selesnya would run. That would be super good. Two 1 first striker makes sense. That was just fucking weird. That'll counter him there. Take care of that first striker for me. Okay. So he's adventures, but he's running... I mean, that's what I thought, but I haven't seen one adventure card from him yet. He seems to be willy-nilly casting stuff and swinging. Okay, he learned his lesson on the swinging. Fine. Nothing here really scares me. I have 4 mana that I can play, but nothing really 4 that I care about. We could keep 2 mana open for either one of these two. So if he swings and he thinks he's going to live with something, then we can pump that. So we leave 2 mana open. If we're going to leave 2 mana open, is the Golden Egg or the Eye Collector better? I think the Eye Collector. And then I think I just leave the 2 mana open and skip. That way I can start pinging him in the air and kind of see what's in his deck. Because all we got right now is these. There we go, okay. That's just when he enters the battlefield. There's the artifact or equipment. We'll wait for the pile then. And probably not cast anything next turn. Yeah, because pile's gonna be so basically he's so far away from equipping that. Maybe I should have just laid out. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Okay. Try not to waste any cards right now. What's he gonna pump? +5, +5. +3, +3. Now we have 5 mana open. We banned a paladin, which we probably want to grab back. Oh no, we'll grab that back. And then Order of the Night. Eat food and play Deathless Night. Could I have played it from the... Well, that was just stupid of you. How do I get rid of that fucker? I can't, can I? Oh, so whenever you gain food, it returns to your hand. I'm stupid. I see what you mean. I can play that better next time. My bad. My bad. I can do that again next turn, though. So that's fine. Let's just do this. I think our deck's synergistic enough that that's fine. So basically, I would just be up an additional 3 health if I would have done the play, essentially eat the food to bring the Deathless Knight back and then play it. Oh, and I'd be one turn ahead. So if we do this right, is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. So we just do this. Essentially that play, but last turn, not this turn. Or 2 turns ago. Three oh. Give me all the shit. Okay. Let's do this. My Apple Watch is telling me, Matthew, don't just sit there. I'm like, shut up, I'm playing a video game. It's not great, it's not terrible. If we draw into one land, so we'll risk it for the biscuit. If we even draw into one, I mean, that's turn 2, Malevolent. Turn 3, we can even get away with the skewer if we don't draw land. Uh-oh. 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 Is it Deems? Here's the mill, though. This is definitely the mill. So if we lose, this is where we lose. As soon as I saw Witching Well, I kind of had a feeling. I have seen this. I talked about it when I was picking cards. I saw it and I talked about it. That's the sorcery to make him discard 2. Oh, you bastard. That's fine. So tiny. As long as the controller has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Okay. Now it's time for the discard. So we'll have to kill ourselves if we want this to work, but I just don't know if I kill myself yet or not. I don't think I do. So we could sack him to that and then bring him back with the food. I don't think we have to do that yet. Does that make sense? But maybe we do have to. So you see what I'm saying? We could use this to sack that. It pumps him, sure, and it doesn't matter. But then we can bring him back with the food. Or we just grab the Legion. If we grab the Legion... No, that's not... This is the play. So do this. Because, yeah, I mean, like, we have 5 mana now. There goes more mill. Fuck. Yeah, I only saw one of those in my draft. I'm surprised he pulled. So he pulled 3 of them. What are we at now? 13 cards. Okay. Fuck. We can bring a food in with that, so that'll work. Came for more cards. Got it. So to swing, I have to equip this over here. And then he's gonna pretty much kill everything. Kill it. He'll block it with everything, right? Or with two things. Oh, and there's his draw 3 cards. I have 10 cards in hand, but he probably has more merfolks. We have our Deathless Knight back. We can bake into a pile, I suppose. Create more food. Drop the Witch. I mean, there's a lot of options. Do I attack and just die to the fox? I guess so, huh? Because we can just bring it back. Fuck. Where's the artifact that he controls? Hold on, hold on. So we do this. We bring back... What do we bring back? And then that allows us to sack and bring that back. On the noble. Ah, I don't know what I messed up. You can tell me later. So we Wicked Guardian. No. We Witch. And we Legion. Next turn we can play Reaper of the Night. I only have like 9 turns left. Less if he has more mill, which he probably does. So I gotta figure out how to get big damage through, and I can't really figure that out right now. Yep. Damn, son. Oh, yeah, I can. Good point. I'm curious if he double blocks here. Okay. Hmm. 4 puts him at 9. Yeah, but how do I get 4 activations on the witch? I don't know how to get 1 damage through. Revenge. Yeah, yeah. Play Revenge. Hope that he swings poorly, right? But I can still only activate once. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah. This game got super fucking interesting super quick. Fuck. How do I have lethal? I'm looking for it. Nope, I don't see it. I don't even see order. Oh. I did that wrong. Motherfucker. Yeah. I meant I should have done... I fucked that up. Yeah. It was this one. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I got all rushed and wasn't thinking. Oh, whatever. There it is. Well, the deck strength is pulling me through misplays, but we're getting them. Hold on, I may grab a drink. Cancel, cancel. I hate it when you... Have you ever, like, clicked cancel? I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a drink. Okie doke. Alrighty, so let's try again. Yeah, I was able to build it out to where it has enough synergy to win, even if I fuck up. I don't like this hand very much, but I'm going to keep it. I mean, it's still 3 mana in hand, so whatever. I don't know if we save Witch's Outrage. I think we save it for at least 1 turn. Right, so... If we don't draw land on this turn, then I'll drop it. There's the land. Green! Alright, so at this point, next turn, we got our Ayara. Right off the bat. Holy shit. Holy shit. With 2 Forever Youngs to bring her back if we need it. And a Witch's Cottage to bring her back if we need it. That was a pretty nice, turned into a pretty nice opening hand. Do I have to play that now? Probably do, huh? Yeah, let's not get romantic about it. I did that wrong. That was stupid. I don't know why I freaked out. He went highlighted and I got nervous and I should have just taken the two. It was fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. Dude, fucking Forever Young's so good. It's kind of a problem, isn't it? Yep. I do like the drawbridge a lot too. It's becoming one of those cards that I'm going to prioritize a little bit heavier. Damn, we probably gave him a good card or something. Oh, do you do a good game and then use all my timeouts? Jesus, that hand was brutal. We in the silver, boys. Thank you, Farmer Pig. Thank you. Checking the time. I gotta do some IT work at 2, so we got a little bit more time. All right, so we got Eye Collector, Giant Skewer, Order of the Midnight, Reaper of the Night. It's not terrible. I mean, like, I really like Eye Collector and Giant Skewer together. I just really do. It's fun. Oh, you dirty dog. You dirty, dirty dog. Swinging in for that 3 right away. Bennett! Been that Wicked Guardian. Bennett! Oh, lordy. Turning this into a race, are we? How many's in our graveyard? 3? Alright, we can get rid of the flyer. Ah, now we can't get rid of the flyer. Can we get rid of the flyer? Yeah, we can still get rid of it right here. So we do this. We do this. And then we swing, right? Which then puts 4 in our graveyard. Then lets us cauldron. Wait, that didn't work out right. What the fuck? Oh, I thought that was the other one. I did that wrong. Motherfucker. I thought that was the one that got negative. I don't... And we know that we didn't even put that in our fucking... that hurts so bad. So... So that still works, right? Bike Much, what's up, man? Is it addictive? Very addictive. Yes, very, 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 very addictive. Then we swing for kill condition next turn. Welcome to the stream, by the way. You been playing a lot of RPGs? I've been playing Magic the Gathering since since I was a little kid. I've been playing a long time. That doesn't have haste, right? Yeah, he lost. GG, boys. So we just do this. That would be funny, but not worth it. And then we just do this. And then he's got enough to block, so yeah, that would be, he would block that in the air and that down there, so no attacks. Is that's not trample, right? Okay, good. Oh, put Wiki Guardian back in the bin. Yeah. So MTG Arena is not as expensive. It's as expensive as you want it to be, but you can get away with a lot. I think the best of one format makes it to where you can climb the ranks and earn cards without always having the most expensive cards. Which is good. And I actually like the best of one format. I think that was probably a smart play. I know a lot of people argue with it. Is that... Okay, that's just flying. Oh, shit. Okay. Nothing has trample, though, right? Right? I'm still good? Am I still good? I think I'm still good. Food tokens! Food tokens! It didn't matter because I already had one, but you dead. You double dead. You double dead. No! He gained 3 life! No! No! That should do it, right? Is Homegirl on the field still? Yeah, Homegirl's still on the field, so that does it, right? We do this. Get our cheapest creatures. Yeah. We draw one. We play it. No, it's not enough! Damn it. We swing. We swing. No, we don't swing. We swing just like that. He blocks there. It wasn't enough, boys. Yeah, I can't tap it, so. Oh, I thought we had lethal. And then I forgot that he had that stupid fucking ginger brute. Another reason to hate redheads. Damn it! Oh, man. Oh, that was a scary one. I'm not going to lie. I was like trying to calculate and I was seeing if he had a food out. I was like, is that mother trucker about to hit me with a 5-5? Thanks for the follow, farmer. Blind Run versus Matt BBQ5. Oh, if we win this, we go 7-0. Wouldn't that be insane? My brain hurts. All right. But it's starting to remember a little bit more and a little bit more. So yeah, this is, didn't we played almost this exact same deck. Flutterfox, Witching Well. I mean, it's the mill deck. Insane in the Eldraine. You have won the internet today. I like it. Oh, see that maneuver again. So a 7-6 with vigilance. I'm gonna baked into pile your ass so fucking hard. So fucking hard. That's what happens when you go all in on one creature. God damn it. The reason I find that so funny is he played that fucking pump so confidently on that dude. Like, I got him. I got him. It was all you, Farmer. Thanks for all the helps on the plays, Deems and Farmer. You guys rock. Shout out to the community. I'll upload this VOD onto YouTube as well. You can check out my YouTube. It's Son of a Tech. It's usually just tech content, but I don't do tech content anymore. So it's just like this kind of weird channel that has random VODs. Other than that, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to watch the live streams over at twitch.tv/blindrun. I have some work to do. It's probably going to be a couple hours. So I'll probably be back on around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Give me about 2... Well, it's going to be, yeah, so 2.5 hours from now, somewhere around there. And thanks for all the help. And we'll do another draft. I have plenty. Obviously, we just earned our money back here. Let's check it out. Look at all that goodness. We earned our money back. $9.50 and then some, boys. So we have we can do a lot of drafts. So I want to practice drafting a little bit more before we build a deck So hopefully that'll make me understand whatever the new limited is. Open some of these packs here. What do we got? Chandra Regulator. These are the packs I care about. Nice. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Jesus Christ. What the fuck's going on with green? Okay. What else is in this shit? Opportunistic Dragon, 4 for a 4/3. When it enters the battlefield, choose target human or artifact an opponent controls for as long as an Opportunistic Dragon remains on the battlefield. Gain control of that permanent. It loses all abilities and it can't attack or block. Huh? So you gain control, but it just does not? That's an interesting thing. So, I mean... Huh. Okay. Trying to think what I would do with that card. I can't think of anything. Red source you control would deal damage to an opponent. Yeah, this one's pretty popular right now in the meta from what I've been looking at the... Or at least I say popular in best of 1 meta. Turn target creature with converted mana cost X to its owner's hand. Ah, you can sack it. That makes sense. So you get like Chandra out or whatever, and you intentionally sack it, and then you get the extra damage or whatnot. Whenever you play a second card each turn, deals 3 damage to any target. It just seems slow though. It's too slow for red. It seems like to me. I don't see where I would use it. Love Struck Beast. Is that 3 for a 5/5? The fuck? Can't attack unless you control a 1/1 creature. Create a 1/1 creature. Done. Or 4 for 6/6 on the board. What the fuck is mono green Stompy like a big fucking thing right now? I'm assuming. I don't want a level boost. Why does it still have this little thing on it? Just go away. Oh, here it is. Core set mastery. Got it. Now I can make all the things not do anything. Look at that. All up to date. Thanks again, boys. I'll see you later.